House Committee on Higher Education will come to order. Would the clerk please read in the letter from the speaker?
Dear Mr. Clerk, I appoint the following committee assignment changes. Higher Education, add the following: Carol Glanville, Chair; Carrie Reingans, Vice Chair; Aaron Burns, Betsy Kofia, Veronica Pies, Sharon McDonald, Jen Hill, Helena Scott, Matt Colazar, Kurt Vanderwall, Minority Vice Chair; Tom Koontz, Brad Paquette, Dale Zorn, James DeSena. Sincerely, Joe Tate, Speaker of the House.
Thank you. And would the clerk please take the attendance?
Chair Glanville.
Present.
Representatives Reingans.
Present.
Colazar.
Here.
Scott.
Present.
Burns.
Here.
Kofia.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
McDonald.
Present.
Pies. Vanderwall.
Present.
Paquette.
Here.
Zorn.
Here.
DeSena.
Present.
13. Koontz, sorry.
Present.
Madam Chair, you have 13 members present. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Representative Reingans moves to adopt room 326 of the Anderson House Office Building on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. as the normal day, time, and location for meetings of the House Higher Ed Committee. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Chair Glanville.
Yes.
Representative Reingans.
Yes.
Colazar.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Kofia.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
McDonald.
Yes.
Pies. Vanderwall.
Yes.
Paquette.
Yes.
Zorn.
Yes.
DeSena.
Yes.
Koontz.
Yes.
Madam Chair, you have 13 yeas, 0 nays, 0 passes. The motion to adopt is passed.
Thank you. The House Higher Ed Committee will follow the committee rules as prescribed in Chapter 4 of the House Rules. Representative Reingans moves to excuse absent members. There being no objection, the motion prevailed by unanimous consent. And with that, we will kick things off. So thank you all for being here. I'm excited to be chairing the newly formed House Higher Ed Policy Committee. It's been a few years from what I understand. There was a committee roughly 15 years ago. So there's a little bit of precedent, but I imagine things have changed quite a bit. So we've had a lot of questions around what this committee is going to cover. So I'll get to that in just a minute. But just for those of you, to give you a little bit of background on my experience, my professional career has been as an educator. I've been through pretty much everything from pre-K through master's level teaching. I've worked in higher ed, adult ed, primarily secondary ed as well. And I've had the opportunity to design competency-based training materials for professionals as they are entering into a new career field, specifically grant makers in philanthropy, but also training teachers at all levels and helping to oversee that kind of, again, how we transition folks maybe between careers or in choosing a career. And that, I think, dovetails really well with the goals of this committee, which, in my purview, are twofold. One, this committee is in a really unique position to focus on policy that incentivizes a skilled workforce training and opportunities here in the state of Michigan. We know that we have an aging population. We are rebuilding many sectors of the state, and it's important that we attract and retain talent across sectors. And so what that might look like here in the Higher Ed Committee is a couple of things, and certainly not limited to these ideas. I've been having a lot of meetings and look forward to getting a lot more input as we move forward. But a couple of things that have risen to the top already are the opportunity to really increase and improve access and uptake of post-secondary options at the high school level. So that might be something like apprenticeships, early middle college, a uniform or more universal application for advanced credits such as AP and IB as students are looking to college, and then really getting behind encouraging folks or kids and families to engage in the FAFSA process, which of course opens up that door to one of our keystone projects right now in Michigan Reconnect with the Achievement Scholarship. So those are, that's one of the areas. And then the second area that I really think we can be focusing on is what I touched on a little bit before, and looking at how we move professionals from one career to another and recognize their expertise coming in. So what that looks like maybe in a competency-based system, which are some of the areas that I know some of our universities have already been working in. There's a lot of partnerships out there with different talent sectors as well. So again, happy to take further suggestions as we move through all this, but those are two of the kind of pieces that have risen to the top. And with that, I will turn it over to my Vice Chair, Carrie Reingens.
And Madam Chair, thank you. You're just asking us to introduce ourselves.
Yes, thank you. If we can just go around, everybody give a little brief introduction, maybe what your experience is for the committee.
Thank you. Thanks, Chair. I'm Carrie Reingens, and my district is western part of Ann Arbor, western Washtenaw, and southeast Jackson County. So just in that district alone, we have a lot of folks that work at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, but also at community colleges in our area, as well as apprenticeship programs and other things that were mentioned by the Chair. I myself have experience working at the University of Michigan, not only as an undergrad and a graduate student, but also as like a hard science bench researcher, social science researcher, a staff member, and a unionized lecturer, instructor at the university. So I have experience at a variety of areas at a university. Our universities are all different, and I think I'm excited to work with this committee on activities outside of universities and within universities.
Good morning. I'm State Representative Matt Kolazar of the 22nd House District, Plymouth, Northville, and Livonia. My background is in K-12 education, K-12 educator for 12 and a half years. Also taught 2 AP courses while I was there as well. So one thing I have learned in my time is that when our K through 12 education system works hand in hand with our higher education system, we can do a lot of good for our kids. So looking forward to the work on this committee.
Hello, everybody. I'm State Representative Helena Scott, House District 7. Really don't have a background in education. Really taught preschool and college as a helper, but really excited to be part of this committee. I was raised by an educator, a third grade teacher for 27 years. Went to the same school that she taught at, from preschool all the way through 8th grade. So I understand teachers are stern, they can be, and they're needed in our community. So looking forward to being part of this committee, and thank you.
Good morning, everybody. State Representative Erin Burns, House District 15, which encompasses the west end of Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. I have 18 years of experience in the field of education overall, 10 specific to higher education, all spent at the University of Michigan's Ann Arbor campus. So I worked there within the Division of Student Life, first managing the America Reads literacy tutoring program, and then in more recent years leading out our democratic engagement efforts, so nonpartisan student voter work across that campus and our sister campuses as well. So very excited to be part of this committee and looking forward to the good work ahead.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, everyone. I am Betsy Kofia, representative from the 103rd District. My district encompasses all of Leelanau County, half of Grand Traverse County, and 2 townships in Benzie County. I'm a former county commissioner in Grand Traverse County. And in terms of connection to education, I am a former Head Start social worker as well as a former classroom employer for Traverse City Area Public Schools. I also served 3 years working with Northwestern Michigan College Foundation as a program director. Excited to be a part of the Committee on Higher Education and glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Jen Hill. I am state representative for the new 109th district, which is the Central Upper Peninsula. But seeing as I'm the only Yooper on the floor, I'm going to claim. Oh, well, native, but yeah, not representing currently. Pardon?
Saying ouch.
Well. I'm very excited about the opportunity to represent the UP, obviously, and we have a number of universities, and I am going to name them all since I have the floor here, but we have Lake State, we have Northern Michigan University and Michigan Tech, and we have 4 community colleges, 2 public, Gogebic and Bay College, and 2 tribal, the Keweenaw Indian Ojibwa Community College and Bay Mills Community College. So I'm excited to help work with them to improve opportunities for young and old in the UP. I also would like to call out that this weekend on Saturday, we had the UP Apprentice of the Year Award, speaking to the value of apprenticeships programs, and I would like to announce that Cale O'Neill was named the 2023 UP Apprentice of the Year. He is with Millwrights Local 1510. And the two runner-ups were Jesse McGovern, who is with UA Plumbers and Pipefitters Local 111, and Reagan Lochenmowski, who is with Ironworkers Local 8. I was honored to be as part of that ceremony. We had over 200 people in the room, and there was a lot of excitement about that program going forward. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon McDonald from the new District 56, which includes most of Troy, Clawson, and parts of Royal Oak, Birmingham, and Bloomfield Township. I graduated from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and I've worked in marketing at Lawrence Technological University for the last 11 years. So that gives me an insight into the struggles of private universities, which are many. There's a lot of competition out there, and I think not all schools are going to make it through a very competitive future. I'm very supportive of alternative forms of education as well. I know the value, especially to people with lower income, to spending a few years in community colleges before they hit university. And also, I think we have to increase, let people in trades and going into other apprenticeships and trade schools know that we're proud of them, and what they're doing is also a great decision for their future careers, and just bring up all of those forms of training and education. And I'm really happy to be on this committee. Thank you.
Minority Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and appreciate the opportunity. Representative Kurt Vanderwall, serving the 102nd, which is the northern 9 townships of Muskegon County, most of Oceana, most of Mason, and a small portion of Manistee County. Grew up with 2 parents that were very involved with education, and look forward to working and making sure that we give our citizens here in our state an opportunity to seek higher ed, and also work very hard to make sure that once we've trained our students, that we keep them here in this great state of Michigan to continue to help us build our state. So looking forward to working with this committee and appreciate the opportunity.
Brad Paquette of the 37th District. I am from Marquette, Michigan, so 20 years in the UP. I know what it's like to be the only UPer in the room, so I've fallen into that as well. K-12 educator, taught civics and Spanish for about 6 years over in Niles. Did a painstaking job to try to keep my politics out of the classroom, because in my undergrad in particular, which was in political science, pre-law, and Spanish, I had a lot of leftist professors that made me jump through hoops. I put my head down, had to pretty much do what I was told. And if you had thoughts outside of that mainstream line, then you were belittled. And so I had a lot of former students that went through that as well. So I'm really excited to be on this committee, because all of us do know that our higher education systems are dominated by those on the left. And that's something that I think we need to put a spotlight on and talk about, and maybe provide some influence of change, because diversity of thought is definitely key in building resilient minds. But pleasure to be on the committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, and good afternoon or morning. I'm Representative Dale Zorn, and I represent the 34th District, which is in Lenawee County. And I have to tell you that I've been in local government and state government. Now this is my 43rd consecutive elected year. 10 years on Township Board, 20 years on County Board, 4 years in the House, 8 years in the Senate, and now I'm back in the House. So I have, it's been a long term, but a very exciting time. I'm very interested in education. I believe it is our responsibility to provide opportunities for our kids, and now our adults that are changing jobs and looking for new opportunities. While in the Senate, I was able to help our community colleges in the district create a math remedial program, where we found that almost 80% of the kids coming out of high school wasn't meeting the college, community college standards for math. So again, it's, I believe it's very important for us to make sure we provide the opportunities, and I look forward to working with you to do that. So thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jim DeSena. I represent the 29th District, which is Taylor, Romulus, New Boston, Carlton, Frenchtown Township, and Monroe. A little bit of the city of Monroe. My involvement with education is as a high school baseball coach for 11 years, and I've also run a NCAA MLB sanctioned summer collegiate baseball team in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. So I think I've had players from every single institution in Michigan, every single Division I, Division II institution in Michigan. So I have a lot of experience dealing with college athletes and college students. And we have some experience working with them on getting them internships and helping them to advance into their career, because not everybody's going to make it into Major League Baseball, obviously. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Tom Kuntz, 100th District. I am Clare, Osceola, Mecosta, and part of Lake County. I'd like to open with an apology. I rushed here, forgot my glasses, so if I give you the blank stare, it's because I can see your outline but not your face. So I apologize for that. So, undergraduate in mechanical engineering. I have a master's degree in nuclear physics. I tutored in high schools for years, math, chemistry, physics. This was one of my asks. I was excited to be on this committee. I have the poorest district in the state of Michigan. So when we talk about apprenticeships and skilled trades, this is why I'm here. This is why I quit my job and came to be a state representative. That is the intergenerational, that is the path out of intergenerational poverty. So very excited to be here. I don't tutor anymore, so no more calculus questions. So thank you.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. I'm truly excited to be working on this committee. I think we all have a shared vision for building resilience and talent here in the state, and what we can do, to continue moving that forward. So with that, there being no further business before the committee will stand adjourned. Thank you all.